Kanika, would you recommend that we wait for a couple of more minutes, or should we get started?
I think we should start, Venus, so people will join us.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Kanika, for doing this. And thanks for playing the video. So as people start coming in, let me welcome everyone. So good evening and welcome to the weekly edition of the Master Franchise webinar. We are doing these to connect with and expand on the master franchise community in India and the region. Just to set some context, let me introduce myself and the company I'm representing. So I'm Venus Birak, and I'm the CEO of Fran Global. Now, Fran Global brings this session to you. So Fran Global is a market entry firm. And our core business is to work with international brands from all across the world and help them find franchise partners, license partner, master franchise, master license partners, predominantly in India, but also in neighboring region countries and the Gulf market. So that's our core business, and that's why we bring these sessions. And I've been doing this. I've been in the international business development for almost 23 years now. And in franchising specifically for over 15 years. The idea for this, the objective of this session is to expand on what master franchising is all about, and really sort of bring in what is the latest and how you should approach master franchising, because what we have found out in 15 years I've been working in franchising, there's always a difference between interest and what the actual business look like. So with these sessions, what we really want to do is to help to have a dialogue. This is again a live session. So this is the session's objective, is to have a dialogue and really sort of share what is master franchising, how you should approach it, who are the bigger players, what is happening latest, and really sort of, again, as I mentioned earlier, connect with the community. Expectation. So I would say the session would be for about 40 to 45 minutes. We'll keep it nice and concise. And expectation should be to understand master franchising, its scope, what it entails. And if we will get some time, we can also look at some different aspects of master franchising, because a lot of people, when they approach a master, and I've seen so many families sort of investing quite heavily, couple of crores in bringing in a master, but they might not be able to make 2 or 3 years down the line, because in a master franchise there's an initial cost, but that's just one part of it. You need to be able to calculate the development cost, the opportunity cost, and of course the management cost. So we'll try, if we would have time, we'll try and go through that. I will also try and share, if we would have time, some interesting opportunities. Just to let you know, Fran Global as a company would have the largest cachet of global brands on its portfolio. And these brands are from across the sector. So food and beverage, which of course comes as the first sort of instance. Yes, portfolio tend to be heavy in food and beverage. and we represent some best brands in the world, but also into education and learning and development. In fact, currently we are representing Canada's largest education group, which actually owns multiple brands, brands in retail, brands in home-based businesses, which are really sort of, especially in Corona, really have taken shape, brands in service businesses. So, I mean, our portfolio, ultimately what we really want to do is we want to connect with and bring the best brands in every sector from across the world. And I think I'm proud to say that we represent some of the best brands, fastest growing brands in their region. So we'll in case you are in case we don't get time, we would be more than happy to share our portfolio on that. Hi, Sudha. Thank you for your questions. What are the prerequisites of master franchise? I think that's a great question. I guess you start from that question, in case you are acquiring. So I think we would go through that. I will put together a presentation for you. So we will go through that question. But that's a great question. And talking about that, this is a live session. It's not pre-recorded. This is real time for us, both of us on either side of the screens. So yeah, let's make, in case you have questions, just like Sudha, if you are looking to acquire a franchise, if you already are talking to people, brands, or you are curious about any question specific to, okay, what is happening in this industry, just talk to us, just push on the way Sudha has done, just push on the Q&A box and just type in, and I would try my level best possible to be able to help you with the information. There's somebody else as well. Any promising preschool brand, Brijesh Garg? That's a great sector. Actually, we do. And Brijesh, you would know this. We all know this. Education business is one of the most affected businesses during Corona. But I'm happy to share that we are the news is already out, but we are just about to start, looking for partners for a brand from Finland, which is a combination of Finnish and American education. It's called SISU schools, SISU schools. And I mean, it's just a beautiful business they have built. And the combination of Finnish and American standards of education, I think, and it is a reasonable model. So yeah, I think we have that. Plus we have many other brands into kids learning and development. So yeah, we have a very large portfolio, but specifically if you are looking for preschool, we're just finalizing our strategy. So it's called SISU schools, a combination of the best in the world, Finnish and American education. But it's a whole education brand. So you can start preschool, you can even do primary school, you can do even K-12 schools. It's a whole complete, you can have a child at the age of, let's say, 2.5 years. And so they have a complete IP for the, let's say, starting of child's education and till K-12. So that, I think, is something which you should consider. Brijesh, if I may ask you a question, are you looking at as a single unit, or you're looking at as a master? If you can help me with that, I think that way we can, I can be more useful to you. Until sure, I'm going to share my details. So you guys can reach out to me. So this is my email address. And this is my number. This is an Indian number. I hope you got that. Okay, there's another question. Hi, Samir. I would like to know more about this education model. Oh, great, Samir. I think let me write down your. I'm sure we would have your details from the registration database. I would come back to you with the details of the SISU schools. It really is one of the best offering I've seen, and the way they have curtailed their, it's a very dynamic model they have built, so they are not kind of set in stone. So yes, I think I'll definitely share. I've written right back to you, have my details, or we will reach out to you and share those details. So again, this is great. This is what make these, that's why we organize these sessions. It's all about not a one-way communication, because I won't be able to add value to you. Everyone is in their different journey, including myself. So interaction is always the best. That has always been my way of learning. So I think that's what I encourage. When I was in school, I was not the best of the students because it was one-way communication. When I got out of school, I started reading and learning and writing, and that's how I have sort of built my knowledge and what I know, what I've experienced. So yes, that's always preferable. We have another one. Hey, Anil, did see your contact. Okay, great. So reach out to me if you have any specific information. So now I think we have some people. Before I start, is there anyone who is currently operating any kind of a franchise? Are you a professional? If you're a professional, write P. If you are running a business, write B. If you are, so if you can just kind of give me a sense, are you a service provider? Are you, and then I've just put it in the chat box. It won't be in the Q&A box. I'm sure you can see it. So if you can share with me, if there's anyone, if you are a professional looking for opportunities, are you a business owner looking for, let's say, adding something in your profile? Are you running any brand by yourself? So that information would always be useful because it always helps with, connecting dots. So let me see. My chat is disabled, so I'm not sure how can I help with that, Anil. Okay. Okay. So can I get some response? Tell me about yourself. Like, I'm a professional working in the franchising industry. Would be great to know if, which industry currently you are in and what you're looking for. It's always a good start to the session. I can make it more valuable. Okay. Are there any? Teacher. That's great, Brijesh. And are you looking at opening your own preschool? And I'm assuming you are looking at opening a single unit, correct? That's what I would assume. I'm looking for F&B options. So Anil, we have many F&B options from all across the world. Anil, what do you currently do? Are you running any food operations right now, or what are you doing right now? Give me a sense. Anything in healthcare sector? Healthcare. Mohammed, we actually have options in wellness, in fitness, in healthcare also. So yes, the answer is yes. Brijesh, okay, single scoop. I would, I hope, Brijesh, you let me know where are you based, because I think what we would want to do this in tier 1 city. So let me know where you're based. Hi, this is Kainaz. Hi, Kainaz. I'm looking for beauty and wellness. Very good. Kainaz, we have wellness brands, we have fitness brands, we have beauty brands. So we would definitely would want to share your portfolio. Yes, Sudha, I think you cannot, put your questions in chat. I can. You can communicate with me with these, with through Q&A box only. So Sudha, you are in the wellness business currently. Are you running a spa? So because I have a chain which I represent from the UK, and so where we are transforming the spa industry. They already are doing this in the UK, where we take the subscription model, let's say, of a gym, but put that in practice in a spa service model. So you're running spa services, but you have a subscription model. So people are paying you monthly, and I think in a market like India, because we did a lot of work with them before the pandemic. Of course, pandemic was pandemic. There are a lot of concerns about safety, security, reputation. But in this model, the unique thing is that you're actually uh, you have members. Walk-ins are very rare, and you're running your spa business through membership. So getting running a good retail location is much safer. Let's say if you were doing a regular spa business. So this can be very interesting. Again, uh, a very high margin business, a business where you have a sticky option where a customer is going to become your, you're not selling them every time. You have a client who is paying you monthly. Typically, it's a 12-month subscription. They generally retain the subscription because they enjoy the experience, the both on the of the store. So it's so I think that's something. It's called the massage company. I can share those details with you. Anil Madhav, I'm working on concept on kebabs as main item, serving as wraps, etc. Good, Anil. Currently, I'm launching a brand out of Dubai called JJ Chicken. I've also brought in another brand from Dubai, which now is almost 35-40 store brand called Donor and Gyros. Currently, we are also representing JJ Chicken, which is actually is a Lebanese chicken brand. Beautiful brand. If you want to do something in that space, we have a great brand called JJ Chicken. Mohammed, so you're in medical tourism industry, based where, Mohammed? If you can clarify, is it you're in India, Bangladesh? If you can. No, I'm a startup. I have my own patented yoga bed as my first product. Interesting. Yoga is becoming such a big category, and Sudha, I think this is I'm not interested in spa or to sell anybody else's product. I'm interested in education franchise. Great, Sudha. Education, again, we have multiple franchises in education, and yoga is we know brands out of Australia, US, UK, Europe, where yoga itself, just in that specialization, there's so many brands. And like you have mentioned that you have a patented yoga bed. We just spoke to a brand last week which is doing hot pot yoga, where they have pods which can be warmed up and you do your yoga there. So I think the future is in specialization. And yeah, yoga is a big category. So Mohammed Siddiqui, you're in from India. That's great. Um, let us know what kind of healthcare business you require, because we have many brands, but I think healthcare, we also have a lot of Indian brands, which are our parent company, Franchiseindia works. So we would want that if you can tell us, we have a brand not with Fran Global because but we have brands which is into dialysis, dental, eye care, uh, outpatient clinic. So we have, I think our parent company has a lot of healthcare brand. I've spent 7 years in healthcare myself before I got into franchising. So yes, healthcare is a big business outside India also. Are all of them here? I'd say it is, they're not as much here as they could be, because again, it's a very competitive industry in India. But if you are looking at like I was representing a client from India who wanted to explore getting a large hospital chain in India. So if you have any specific requirement in healthcare, we can definitely sort of try and help you. Before I put up the presentation, I'd also would want to clarify, since we have made this interactive and I really appreciate it, is we in my business, there are two stakeholders, major stakeholders, which make the business possible. One is on the brand side. So one is the brand, which in most cases in my business is sitting outside India, correct? The second stakeholder is a prospective master franchisee. So we work with both of these stakeholders. So you will see, and I'll take you through, we have brands which are part of our portfolio, which means we have contractual relationship with them and we represent them in majority of the cases on exclusive basis. So these brands have given us a formal mandate to find partners in India. So these brands are the most ready brands. On the other side of the spectrum, our other stakeholder is a prospective master franchise, or an area developer, or a multi-unit operator, or someone who wants to open an international brand. As I mentioned, my core business remains master franchise. So on this side of the spectrum, we work with, we also, I mean, once there's a clarity, we do get a mandate. So I would say majority of my work, majority like 95% plus of my business is works on mandate. And that includes the side of a prospective investor, if I may call that, or a prospective master franchise, because unless there's a mandate, in my experience, and I've been doing this for a while, it is very hard to have seriousness. Sometimes the mandate comes where somebody wants to sort of explore and they would give us a mandate, Venus, help us to figure this out. Sometimes we will get a mandate that, okay, I want this specific brand, and they would give me a mandate on that. And a lot of times it would be in a setting like this, where we have a discussion, we have a follow-up discussions, and then we would come around and say, okay, I think I want this specific brand from your portfolio. In that case also, we would have a certain mandate, because it's just me buying your seriousness and you buying my time and my experience and my bandwidth. So that is very important, I think, and that's why we do these sessions where we try to connect with the people in general. But if you're looking from a standpoint of, let's say, 100 to 180 days, you would want to acquire a international master franchise or area developer or any brand, then like a mandated relationship is most fruitful, because it lets us focus on where we want to go, and there is no generic approach. I see there is something more. I saw looking forward to something in AI, cloud, blockchain, 3D. Sudha, I have the perfect brand for you. If I have a brand called iCode, I actually have I have launched them in India already, but it's a single unit franchise. It's in Mumbai. iCode. It is America's fastest growing uh, coding school for children and now adults. And I mean, it's a great brand. The center really is very like looks very high tech, all Apple products. They do have 3D printing and all of that. And the business is a high margin business. You can do about 30 to 35% margin. You're going to get the business from it's a multi-channel business also. Again, every business, almost every business has become multi-channel now. You open a store, but you'll be working with, let's say, the top 10-15 schools in that vicinity of 5 to 10 kilometers. You can do classes in the school, and then the children can come at your store for experience. You would have kids for definitely for weekends, summer camps, big wholesale business there. You would do championships in gaming. You would have birthday parties, and just an all around, if you want to do something impactful, something which really is only growing. I mean, coding is already or is going to be like learning ABCD. And iCode, in fact, very proud to say that it's owned and run by an Indian American entrepreneur, originally from Hyderabad, who now is based in Dallas, Texas. And I mean, absolutely, uh, 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 I mean, he's a serial entrepreneur in the IT industry. He really understands this business very well. Build this. I met him 6-7 years back when he was just sort of, figuring this thing out, and now he has built this great business. So I think iCode, Sudha, can be a great option for you. And we would love to share those initial details. And if this is something which clicks, I think we can definitely have a follow-up discussion. The investment for an iCode business would be about 85 to 90 lakhs with store and fees and everything. Do you have similar brands like that? Yes, Abhishek, we do. But again, you have to remember that we actually, Abhishek, we represent the only other brand which is a real competition of Subway. We represent them for India, called Quiznos. Quiznos at one point in time was big. They had some issues, but now there's new ownership from last 5-7 years. It's a great brand. It's the second largest sandwich brand in the world, definitely in the US. And yes, we represent them for India. But again, they would only be looking for a master franchise, somebody who can at least, if not the country, but can do a region. Quiznos, look them up. Abhishek, are you looking at a single store franchise or an international master franchise? If you can please help me over there. So yes, we represent Quiznos. We have other brands as well. I have another brand called which again is a very similar business like Subway, and great product. And we can really structure some great deal. But again, no, they're not going to be interested they're not going to be interested for a single unit, as you can imagine, Abhishek. So if you can sort of, help me if you're looking for a single unit or, a master, that is something which we will help. So yes, we definitely have. And Subway is a great example. Um, just like in the pizza business, I'd say like Domino's has 70% of the market share in that category of quick service. Subway is the only leader, and yes, they have been recently acquired by Everstone Capital, and they plan to, of course, uh, uh, sort of do some structuring of themselves, and then I think they want to add anywhere from 500 to 1,000 stores. So yes, the category is only has one operator, real operator. And yes, there is a, both in the pizza business we see, in the sandwich business, uh, uh, like in the burger business, there are three, and now Popeyes is here, four large brands which are there. And again, all between all four, we would see nothing less than, I'd say, 1,000 doors opening up in next 5 years. So yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity. So these are the kinds of categories you need to look for. And I think that really makes sense. In last, when these big brands came to India, so Domino's, McDonald's, Subway was a bit late, 21 years, 22 years. But about with a like a time frame of 2.5 decades between all these major brands. I mean, the market in India has, really developed, right? For example, Jubilant, the master franchise for Domino's, they opened what, 300 stores, 400 stores in first 15 years, and they opened 1,000 in the next 10. So that's the power of an economy like India, where you are, where you the cost of opportunity is very different. For them, the cost of opportunity at that point in time was very different from what it is now. So look for, I mean, as a potential master, I would want you to look at those. You might not have to, build a Jubilant. You can build your own good 25, 30, 40 store business opportunity in your specific area. If you know, if you understand and can, visualize what would happen in next 5 to 10 years in this market. So that's what I would say, master franchising is all about. You need to be able to sort of just get a sense on what is going to be happening in this industry, if it is going up, how does the economics look like, and if it sounds positive, then you invest into a master franchise. You invest into opening the brand, setting all the SOPs, getting trained, setting up everything from scratch, which of course is not easy. Uh, Most people fail, then be successful. But if you are clear, if you plan well, that's very important. Interest is not enough. You have to be objective in terms of what is going to take to set this business up, to acquire this business, set it up, and then then scale it. That's very important, and then sustain it. Scale comes before sustaining in master franchise. That's, I think, if one thought you want to take away from this session, that is that scale is important. If you don't have scale, there is no point in becoming a master. I mean, I'm not going to pitch you a brand which only can open like 3 stores in India. I mean, I'd rather go to a real estate guy and sell him or her that business, because they can actually figure out better economics, because if they own the land, and if it takes a couple of crores to set that business up, that that's actually going to be a better partnership. So those are the few fundamentals of master franchise. Are there any other questions? How? Yes, I can. Anil, in all transparency, there are some cases where we acquired the master franchise. So in JJ Chicken, my company is the master franchise. So yes, we have the right to grant you a single unit, and you let me know where you're from. That's going to be important. How much is the cost of acquiring JJ Chicken single or master franchise? So Anil, it's a very good question. I have another opportunity which is very similar. So there are very few cases where we acquire the master franchise of the brand, and there's some sort of fundamentals behind that, and that is the brand has to have strong SOPs, strong product, and that market in India is ready. I mean ready, and it's growing. And I can add 50, anywhere from 50 to 200 stores in and at a fairly quick speed. So JJ Chicken is such brand. It's a charcoal grilled chicken, simple product. That's what I like about it. And my kitchen is not expensive in comparison with American brands. So I can set the whole kitchen up in between 12 to 15 lakhs. The whole investment in a single store is about 23, 25 lakh rupees. And you add the franchise fee, so about 30 lakhs in all in. So if you want to, yeah, so if you're looking at, let's say, becoming an area developer, you're from Mumbai. So let's talk about Maharashtra. So Maharashtra can easily, do about 25 stores minimum. It can easily do 25 stores. So you would pay us 75 lakhs initially, and plus you will open one store. After that, you would have the rights to sub-franchise, meaning so we populate Maharashtra, especially Mumbai, Pune being the major territories here, and you would get a split of 50-50 on all the revenue generated from your area. So 50-50 of the franchise fee, 50-50 of the royalties, 50%, and also 50% of the marketing royalty as well. So that's how you earn monies, and you should be able to your own restaurant investment for about 20-25 lakhs. I think that return on capital, not investment, capital, would be, let's say, about 15 to 18 months, not more. And your fee investment would would generally come from selling the franchisees, but the real income in this business, and that's again, it applies to almost every other master franchise as well, is going to come from royalties. Royalties are the backbone of every franchise business, and in food business, the standard is 6 plus 1%, so about 7% royalties. And so if you are selling 10 lakh rupees worth of your partner is selling 10 lakh rupees worth of products, so is doing sales, so you get 7% of that. You keep half, you give half to us, and just imagine that business at scale. So the business doesn't look very good when you only have 2 stores, 3 stores. For the business looks good when you have 10 stores, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 stores, because your team you don't need 10 people to manage 30 stores. You only need like a team of 3 to 5 people. That's it. your marketing gets consolidated, your supply chain gets consolidated, your POS cost, everything just gets consolidated and maximized if you are able to, build that volume in the business. So that's JJ Connect is available. Hi, please contact me because on. Sure, Kainaz, no worries. We'll reach out to you. So, yeah, and I have, I think if there is anyone looking other than Anil looking at international food and beverage franchise, we also have we've acquired a master franchise of an American brand. Because we feel there is an immediate space available for in the pizza business to do a 250 to 300 store business at a fairly quick space. So we have signed a master franchise for a 40-year-old brand out of US called Figaro Pizza. And that business and brand is also available. But the economics are a bit different because a pizza store is expensive. It is almost 75 to 80 lakhs to open a store, another 75 lakhs in terms of buying the rights. So that investment would be about 1.3, 1.4 crores. But we have we have another American brand. So if you want to, if you're doing research and if you want to acquire a great brand, American brand, see all the large brands in the food business, which are national brands, are all American. So we understand that aspect. So we have those opportunities as well, and we can have a discussion. Anil, I'm based in Delhi NCR, so you're in Mumbai, but I've been running my business from last 2 years. It's going to be 2 years in next month, right? For all of us from Zoom. And although not with that much frequency as what was happening before Corona, but I'm happy to say we have been able to conclude some interesting deals like this. We can, of course, the market is opening up. We can definitely have a meeting. But for, I think with Corona, all of us really realize the importance of our time. And before you take a flight for anywhere, definitely have a couple of Zoom calls. So we can figure that out. And and again, I think, and I know it's been 45 minutes. I think I didn't run my presentation. I hope that's good because this is in discussion. All of us are enjoying. I think it's very important to really see where the movement is happening. Like today, I'm sure all of you would have heard that Gold Gym. Anyone knows Gold Gym? It has been acquired by Cult Fitness. I'm sure you would have seen Cult Fitness. They also acquired Fitness First last year. So what I'm trying to say is consolidation has started happening in our business. Of course, it all was majorly happening in food business before like this, but now we are seeing it is expanding itself across categories. So the point is, ultimately, the business is of value creation. Value creation. If you think you want to do that, then a market like India now, you would always, you don't have to marry yourself to the business. You build value in the business in the first 5-6 years. You would definitely have buyers who were ready to give you a certain X on what you have done, and you can actually do a intelligent exit and then do something else. The only thing which you need to, and again, I know I don't want to sound wishy-washy like value creation, but that's what this business is. Gold's Gym, been there for 20 years, right? And had 140 units, 130 units. So not as many if you really compare. And they have been struggling for a while, but since they had this distribution, they had this at least distribution, value creation, they had a customer base, a brand equity, uh, they got acquired. And for Cult, it is a very interesting acquisition because they of course are backed by VCs. Eventually they would want to exit, so they do need distribution. So I mean, I think we're all young people here, we're all connected. You have to really look into what is happening in the market. Can you build an asset which might be not valued at a very high rate, but you build the value and then you are able to get that value from the market, whether it is you building a network and sustaining it and earning off it, or you build something and then somebody comes in, okay, I'm going to pay you 5 times on your revenues, and you can do that. So it's a very interesting market. We are all coming out of a large, big pandemic, but look at the signs, look at where the market is growing, look at where the movement is happening. And yes, I realize you might not have a complete capital, but capital actually has become a commodity. What you really need to focus on is what you want to do, how would you do it, where would you do it, what's the plan, and go make it happen. Capital is something which, once you are able to create at least a tiny bit of value creation, capital can come in because but that's okay. How it is good. Had a branch near my place, Marine Drive. Yes, Kainas. Sorry, Gold Gym. I think Cult is not very successful. Do you think this acquisition will be a success? That's a great question, Pooja. You know, see, being successful is very subjective. You have to look at businesses today where they actually are almost creating a category by themselves. So this modular fitness, functional fitness, it's a huge category. I mean, insane amount of market which is available in America, like the mature countries, America, UK, Australia, and all these countries. In India, it was just mom and pops. Cult came in, and Mukesh Bansal, he recognized that there was a gap in the market. He pitched it to the investors, and he was able to raise money. And then he almost not he did create this whole category, and which now is a functional business. Yes, he is not losing. He is losing money, but here the game is of capital deployment. Oak Capital is actually is one of the owners now, and what they are doing is consolidating. So they Cult, of course, is one, and remember, because of Mukesh Bansal's connect, he was able to build the tech part in the business, which was almost missing from all these other fitness brands, whether it was Gold, whether it was Talwarkar, which of course has gone bankrupt, and many others. So he was able to connect dots. So fitness plus technology backed by capital. Then they acquired Fitness First, right? And now they acquired Gold. They have also got the investment from Zomato. So see, understand what's happening. It's all these companies are kind of building the ecosystem, and this is a good sign, because for individual smaller players, you do your specialty, you go into what you want to do, and then these guys or many others would be able to connect dots. Ultimately, the whole game is of value creation, whether it is with the end customer, whether it is somebody who is in the middle, whether it is B2B, that's what it is all about. So us as aspiring brand owners, we need to connect the dots. That's very, very important. So yeah, fitness is, I mean, and let me tell you one thing. Everyone is, we are all talking food, and that is the big name, but you will see an enormous, insane amount of growth in the wellness. Somebody was talking about wellness and fitness industry. India as a nation is only sort of growing older. We are not as healthy. I mean, just like me, I've gained weight and I'm not able to get it off after Corona. Fitness and wellness, both physical, mental, is going to be huge in India. Huge. I mean, because we have an educated middle class coming up, very technology savvy. I mean, we are much more technology savvy than I would say a couple of Western worlds. So those things are coming up. So you would see, so finding a good fitness brand or wellness brand, investing into it might not look very attractive right now, but in 5 years, 6 years, it's gonna be huge. So those are the things which you need to think. Okay, Sudha will have to leave, have an important meeting. Thank you, Sudha. I think I've also invested 1 hour talking to you, but I have to be very frank, this is how I enjoy it. Because in my world is all about speaking to brands. That's what I do 24/7. Speaking to prospects, speaking to potential investors. And I guess this is the best format we utilize, where we have 31 questions. This is a great conversation. I hope this was useful. I'd send our brochure to everyone. I'll send my contact details to everyone. And I've taken notes like Sameer wanted to. So we will reach out to you, and let's schedule a discovery session, one-on-one, 20 minutes maximum, on a Zoom call like this, and see if my team, we can be part of your journey in building something which can be valuable for everyone, and something great, adds value. So yeah, I hope this was, I enjoyed this session because this was interactive, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you, and you guys have a good evening, and all the best in your journey to acquire a great brand or become a great brand. I think Sudha wanted to, has her own brand. So yes, it's a very it's a good journey to be on, and hopefully I can be of help. Good night. Thank you, Anil. Okay, thank you everyone. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.